Today we start, I forgot about specification sheets. So we got a couple things we have to do on the screen today. Actually, got a few videos I have to do today. We're going to be doing a demonstration on ultra short throw projectors. Actually, one ultra short throw projector downstairs because we did get a few inquiries about people asking us, is the screen ultra short throw compatible? We did one on gaming, so we did that already, so that's done. And probably did ultra short throw in gaming too. People are going to be asking about ultra short throw for these things. Is the technology front and rear? Yes, it is. It actually is front and rear. We didn't show up that part, but yeah, you put a projector on the opposite side, it can push an image right to the other side. So we're doing some demonstrations on that also too. Okay, so let's see what we got to do here. We have ultra short throw demonstration. The only screens that we could put against this would have to be acoustic screens. And we have to order those. We ordered acoustic screens coming in, some more advanced acoustic screens to put against the technology. But other than that, majority of most acoustic screens you're going to run into, actually all of them, are either going to be gray or they're going to be white. They're not going to be black at the end of the day. So, yeah. All right, let's get down here and get this specification sheet done. I think we'll put some fish in over here. Some tropical fish. Let me see. I want to do tropical fish. There, I have them in the menu. Ooh, where's the cool air coming from? Oh, the window. Ooh. There's some tropical fish. So we're going to do in the specification sheets today. Then we're also going to be bringing up the ultra short throw projector for testing for that. So are we good to go? Let me see. We don't have any tropical fish. Let's see. Relaxing tropical fish. I need something to run while I'm going back and forth through the rooms, getting things ready. So you gotta have them white levels. That screen's gotta be boof. Screen comes up too dark, all that comes up dark too. Can't see white light, all that comes up dark. That's what I explain to people. I see people doing demonstrations like, look, I made a black screen paint. Look, it pulls contrast levels. Anything can pull contrast levels. Heck, film can pull black contrast levels. The problem you're going to have at the end of the day is, can it see white light? If it can't see white light, your images are going to come out really dirty. That's the problem you're going to run into. Now, how much confidence do I have in my product? Well, in my specification sheet, I'm already going to put in right from the door that it's ultra short throw compatible. Or so you're saying, but Mr. Berg, you didn't do ultra short throw. I designed so much of this stuff, it's not even funny at the end of the day. As I told you before, I really don't have to do the test at the end of the day. It's going to react the way it reacts. But we have to have the test done because we have to show proof that it happened. That's why. Can't just say it. So, what I've been doing in my YouTube account, I've been changing some things, and I'm leaving open reviews. So reviews means if I basically disable comments, you can't put jack down at all. But if I put down for a review, it means you can put in a comment. I can go in later on and I can basically show off what you said in the comments. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're making that part of the demonstrations from now on. We'll go in and check the accounts, see what people are saying, if they're being ignorant or they're being polite. Either way, we can go in and watch their accounts get blocked. Now, for those of you who find this offensive, then you must be doing something wrong at the end of the day. Because the only people to be offensive by that are people who are doing something wrong today. I was like, if something went missing and they're saying, hey, whoever stole this, the only person would get upset is the person who stole this. The person who didn't steal it doesn't even care at the end of the day because he didn't do anything wrong. All right, let's scoot up and see what we got going on here. We're thinking about having a recliner as your office chairs are heavy. All right, so I gotta bring it up on close. So what we're doing right now is, I don't know why we're in these settings. What's the control? My mouse is back here. I got the security mouse over there. All right, so we have to put in a specification sheet. Where are we gonna put the specification sheet at? All right, we just have to design one off the website right there. So Before I do that, let me go click on here. This is my website editing. I have to turn you to the side because all my orders pop up and they have information of my customers, whereabout, where they live at, all their information is in there. So I make sure everybody turns to the side. You don't see Jack. All right, here we go. Let's go over in here, specification sheet for the technology. All right, boom, there we are. So this is here in the website. This is all the information that you should have. This is how it's done. So if you're ever wondering why how it pops up on the Wix media page, this is what it looks like on our end, on editing mode. This is what we see. So this is all your information. That's your specification, description of your product. That's the name of it. There's your ribbon at the top over here. If you're wondering how you do all this, it's pretty easy. Setting up these websites is easy. We call them turkey sites. They're easy. It's not calling you a turkey at the end of the day. It's just a turkey. It's very easy. Now, before you didn't have all these sites and basically you were going to Dreamweaver and all that stuff. You were literally building a website at the end of the day. A lot of programming, encryption, and all that good stuff. And if you didn't know how to do it, then guess what? You had to hire somebody to do it for you. Hold on. Why are we so loud in here? What are we doing? I love how you're sitting there and YouTube just randomly just sticks stuff on there that you know you don't approve of at the end of the day, but they put it on there anyway. All right, so everything in here, this is how you set it up. All this in here, everything. It's very easy to do. If you could basically set up a Facebook fan page, you could do one of these, no problem. So this is your description. Your description is supposed to be pretty long. Because remember, you're talking about your product at the end of the day. And if you're talking about your product at the end of the day, all this information should be there. If you only have 2 lines in your description, there's something wrong there. So we have all this in here. So this is what we have. So what we're going to do is, the invisible is much like, it has some of the characteristics of the Black Widow. But the difference is that it's a spray-on application, not a roll-on application. And it's basically designed to transfer light and sound at the same time, where this only transfers display same time. Did I say light and sound? It does light sound, basically, yeah. So basically, we have it here. Let me see, we have it in painting applications right here. This should be below, because that's an information issue right there. There we go. Fix that real quick. Go back here and tweak all this stuff again. And this is supposed to be below, because that's the title of it right there. Color, that's the color. Anything that comes up in black, that's the color. It's the color, the title of it. Nothing should be aside it at all, period. Okay, paint on application info right here. Let me see, we have it. Paint sprayer best recommended by our choice is Wagner 250. Please note, when using a paint sprayer, please use safety, breathing masks and glasses. Let's see, 1 coat, no priming needed. And 1 coat, no primer needed. If not a fabric surface. All right, we got that down for fabric surface. What do we have down here for mesh? Okay, that roller. Okay, eco-friendly, 100% water-based. Clean up, drying time, clean up. Let's see. Proper storage and products. Screen size. Here it is right here. Paint on surface application. So we have 2 different forms of application. We have one for basically for painting. There's another section there for paint on surface application. Now, if you're trying to figure out exactly what can you paint it on, just 2 things you can't paint it on. That's basically all you remember: stucco and polyester tarp. Polyester tarp does not marry well because for some reason it just lips off the fabric. If you're doing it inside, it's okay, but still wouldn't advise it, because when you fold it up, it still has issues too. Unless you're going to leave it there on the wall and never move it ever, then you're good. But other than that, I just wouldn't suggest painting over it. Then stucco, you already know behind it what's going to happen with that. Mesh. Now, right here, it clearly says that mesh or micro mesh. Please note, when spraying mesh or micro mesh or any kind of sound or light acoustic surface, sound will no longer transfer through, only display. which means you spray this stuff, the widow, which we have the roll on an acoustic surface, you will get an image, your sound will not be coming with it. So do not spray it with this stuff at all, period. It's not designed for it. Now, if you want to do something where you want to do like a, well, if you're going to do a hologram display, visual effects, I would go with the invisible at the end of the day either way. I don't know why you would go near this for that. And right there it says, do not use on stucco or polyester tarps. Because you'll find out the hard way about that one too. That's not going to go well. That's why we get people coming and go, well, you didn't say. No, it's right there. I don't know how you didn't read through this. At the end of the day, just going to go click happy and click a shopping cart. Please read through this stuff. That's why it's all in here to help you out at the end of the day. This is all the information you should have in here. Basic product information, all that should be in there. Some basic product information, just telling you something like 3,000 lumens recommended on the projector, no calibrating, no dark environments, no ambient control environments. That's what's been there. Outside is a whole section for outside. That's why I said that. And for those of you who want to be bothered by that, and I don't care if you're bothered by that at the end of the day, I don't care if it ruffles your feathers at the end of the day. It should be there, unless you enjoy basically people taking you out back, grabbing your money and kicking you in the private areas. If you enjoy that, then hey, be upset about it. Other than that, most people, if they're buying a projector, and if you're buying this high-end projector and you see 3 paragraphs on the projector, are you going to put money on that? No, you're not. If you're smart enough, you're not. That's it. That's all the information. What about the lumen count? Or what about the contrast ratio? None of that's there. It's just basically this projector, 4K, buy. And this is explaining people very important. This section in here, this right here tells you if your projector is compatible. If your projector doesn't come up in here, it's not going to work on a product. Now, if you want to take the chance and test out something, if it happens to work, still, no, we're not putting it up there. We got to have at least 60, 70, 80 people. If we had it, say, look, we all had this. It all worked with no problem. It may work in your environment. It may not work in somebody else's environment. I don't know. I don't want to put something up there that no one has enough people tested it behind it. Screen enhancement technologies, like that summary, that good stuff right there. And then the whole thing with free shipping. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste this whole section here. Because we're going to have to take out what we can't use in here. Okay, let me see. Here's our pictures right there. These are all the pictures for every video that matches. The video to match every last one of these pictures. So let's see. Let's save it here. Oh, and by the way, here at the very bottom, this right here is where you put in your additional information. Are you seeing this? No. There it is. Additional information. So this is policies. This is where you put policies in basically to protect yourself and your customers as equal exchange and all that other good stuff at the end of the day. Price, things for sale, everything for sale, all kinds of cool stuff. There's all kinds of colors, all that stuff in there. How much you have in your account. As we said, we're only doing 60 in inventory per shopping cart. That's it. Shopping carts are still not available. Let's go over to, let me see. Where's the save at? There we go. This is the problem I have with why we can't use it on the big machine over there, which I would love to use on an 80 screen, but we can't because it doesn't do portrait mode. And because there's portrait mode where that little save button is at, right there in the corner, I can't get access to that because I can't see it on the page because it's not there because their page doesn't do portrait, which I don't understand because you go through a ton of documents on here and I don't know why you would not have that in portrait mode because it's easier to read documents on portrait mode. I always tell people before you take that commitment, go through a month with portrait mode, see if you like it or not. Because I was painting one on my wall. All these got discontinued by the black technology. Yeah, they got level. All right, let me see. No, I could have just did a whole duplicate. I could have did an exact duplicate and been done with it that way. I don't know why I did that copy and paste to begin with. I could have just duplicated the page. So let me see. It'd be better if I duplicate. We have to do a 32, and we have to do question. I'm going to just duplicate the page. That'll make it a lot easier. All right, we duplicate the page. And there's a copy. All right, 32 ounces, which that's what it's going to be. But before we get all that, let's do our specification page. I'm going to do that page first. All right, let's see, Blackout 38. This would be an acoustic unit. All right, let me see. So this would be acoustic. Specification page. You're supposed to have all this information on your specification page. You don't have this, people get upset, like, well, oh yeah, you're the one buying it at the end of the day, not me. So good luck on that one. If your stuff don't work, then your stuff don't work. What are you gonna complain about? You're gonna get like 3 paragraphs on the specification page. What do you think was gonna happen at the end of the day? Acoustic, 38. I gotta get back into my Assassin's Creed. 38 Black Widow. I'm gonna spray on. Not 38 acoustic, yeah, spray on. Spray on, kit, okay. Oh, period. Let me see, what do we have here? Category class, this is a various releases, which it is. Let me see, that's all the same right there for the gain. All right, you know, ambient light, yeah, it definitely has that. Why do we have, yeah, that's what it's for, okay, we have it there. Roll on, nope, that'd be a spray on only. Spray. Spray on, screen paint. Screen paint. Only. And please note, this is not a physical to the string, but okay, okay, that's good. Giving it 190 give you an angle, inside or out, without narrowing, the income effect, yeah. Ultra black. This needs to be below, not underneath, but it needs to be there. Ultra black, not gunmetal or gray. OLED black screen color. Please. Okay, white levels, please. The white surfaces. Okay, perfect right there. Let me see. I want to change it real quick while we're here so I don't make any mistakes here. Let's take this out too while we're going down the road and remove this. Remove that. And let's do here. Nope, give me that cap, please. Thank you. Cap, acoustic, 38 Black Widow. Screen size, 100 inch, 120 inch, 16:9, perfect. All right, that's done for the title. Okay, painted already. That in our viewing comb effect. Okay, you're gonna metal gray. Okay, what like black colors. Okay, it's done right there. White level capabilities. So and so. So yeah, we can put that in there. See where it says white level capabilities? That's because our screens produce higher white levels than any other black surface, which we just showed you a few minutes ago. That's why we can add it in there. That's why at the end of the day, when you do those tests, all those tests we do, you can add those into your specification sheet. The less stuff you have in your specification sheet, the less tests you've been doing. That's why you can't put that in there. You have to make sure whatever you put in there is legit, and you have to have stuff to back it up, which means you have to have a physical live. I feel some people want to do recordings. I feel they should be live. Every last one of them should be live. A live demonstration backing your product. And you know what I'm getting at right from the door. 2 quarts of paint into a 300-inch screen. You already know that from the door. Come on now. And you already know that. The only people be bothered by that are people that support that dumb nonsense. And if you support that dumb nonsense, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Let me see. Demonstrations on YouTube. What the higher? Okay. Any black surface? Yep, right there. Done. We got pictures to back that all up. This is a customized engine screen paint product designed to be different and more advanced compared to other black screens. All right. Let's see what we have here. Paint on application. This is going to be changed up quite a bit. Okay, so paint sprayer best recommended Wagner 250. Note when using it. Okay, saves on the breathing mask. Okay, let me see. Okay, save the glasses needed. So. Fabric, yeah. Even at the end of the day, if you are basically doing say you're going to spray the screen on, you still got to coat it with when you're doing fabric, it still has to be coated with the primer because you're still going to get uneven areas. Again, mind you, it's like spraying a sponge. Some areas are going to soak in more, some are going to soak in less. Even if you decide to spray the screen, you're going to get the same reaction. So we suggest you do a roll on or a spray on. You could do a spray on coating. It doesn't make a difference as long as you just basically coat the screen twice. Fabric. Okay. We need to remove this right here out because you won't be using a 9-inch net roller for this because you would jack up the screen. We do need to put do not. Okay, best use a nice roller, even surface when using. Okay. Take out. Don't need that. We need to take out, let me see. That needs to go. Do not paint the screen using a paintbrush or foam roller, or foam roller. And we have to put this in here. Or any roller of any kind. Now I'm not worried about this because all this goes through proofreading. I showed you how to do that, very easy to do. All right, let's see. Do not paint the screen using a paintbrush or foam roller or any roller of any kind. You'd be surprised. People say, oh, what about this roller? And what about that? I don't have time. You know how many rollers there are? I don't have time to go through every single roller. Literally do not paint and use any kind of roller. This will damage or mark the screen. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, low VOC, look up front. The water base is good. Drying time. Drying time 30 minutes with a fan, depending on which one was on. 30 minutes with a fan. Okay, we'll clean up with mild soap, hot water. Yes, basically, yeah. Don't get on your clothes. You should have old clothes anyway if you're working with this stuff. Anything you're working with old clothes. 5-year shelf life. This paint has a 5-year shelf life. If stored and sealed properly, please store in a room temperature area. There should be a period there. Let me see, any place else is okay, should be a period right there. Let me see, screen size, 100-inch to 120-inch. All right there. And then we have to have a whole section for the surface you're going to get for free. So you're getting a free surface with this. So we have to have a whole section on the surface right there. Micro mesh, okay. Let's see. All right, so spraying this up. Which surfaces you can paint this on the acoustic? Let's see. You will not be using, let me see. We will not be doing motorized screens and fixed frame screens. That's definitely not going to happen. Let's see. That's not going to happen. Can't use it with that stuff. If you want to jack your screen up. Let's see. You will not be painting this on, well, the glass you can do. Glass you can do. Definitely can do glass. Plexiglass. Wood you will not be doing wood. Let's see. Surface. Let me see. When spraying mesh, micro mesh, any kind of mesh. let's take this out right here. Okay, micro mesh, please note. No, need right here. All right, let me see. Okay, application surface, micro mesh or micro mesh. All right, glass. Clean this up over here. All right, glass, plexiglass, or fiberglass. And you want to be painting this on brick. Oh crap! I just thought about that. You're talking about something completely different. I got it mixed up. I'm thinking like fabric up there at the other top. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't paint fabric with this. Wait, you can paint fabric. What the frick am I talking about? I'm sorry, people. This is what happens when you develop multiple formulas and you're doing specification sheets. This goes on. All right, yeah, because that's the surface acoustic is fabric. So yeah. Now we have to put no. Yeah. You don't have to prime that. I'm sorry, you can't prime it. It's an acoustic surface. Prime, you'll mess it up. So we have to go back and we have to fix this right here and see what we want back up here. Let's see, paint on applications. Let's see, well, we have to remove this because you don't have to prime the fabric. If you prime the fabric, you'll damage the acoustic screen. Okay, one coat of primer. Let's see. In class on one coat of primer. Yeah, we need to remove this. This. Remove this. That needs to go. Do not paint the screen using a paintbrush or roller. Okay. Breathing mask and glasses. Okay, right there. Paintbrush or roller, any kind of rollers will damage the mark screen. Cool. Yeah, that has to be removed up because you have to. You don't. When you're using a surface, the acoustic surface that comes with it, basically you don't have to prime that. You're done. That's it. Easy but cheesy. You're done. All right, let me see. Micro mesh glass fabric. Smooth brick. You're not going to be doing brick. Fabrics. Let's see. How far does this go down to for layer? So we need to remove this all the way up to this to this. All right, so you are going to be using this for perfect for operating new and automotive projection screens. Nope, that should be there. This is for the other stuff. And you're not going to be using stuck on polyester then either. So let's get all this out of here. Right here to here has to go. All right, so basically you would have for surfaces micro or micro mesh glass, plexiglass, fiberglass, clean up and something like that. Okay, you have that there. Let's put a period here. And let's bring this down for the cleanup. Okay, right there. The light source for this one's a little easier, so we can bring it down to around these things. Acoustic screens pick up pretty fast. They can pick up at anywhere from 1500 lumens. 1500 lumens. I know we got a lot in there for the zeros. Yeah, 1500 lumens. All right, lumens best use. Can we use projectors? As low as 1500 lumens. But down as low as 1000 lumens on that one. 1000 lumens. No contrast ratio. Calibrating. Okay, we got that already. Okay, for no dark environments right there. What do we have for? We have hit the outside yet. Outside has to be done different. Okay, we're all done with all that. The projector supported. Outside, so we want her here. Basic info. Okay. Projector mapping, which we're doing projector mapping today. Enhancement, 720p. Works for short thought to show that way. That's what we're done. That's really easy. That's finished. That's done. outside home theater. Now, these things are done differently. Outside done theater. Screen must have a back to this. How are we going to describe that? How are we going to describe that? Screen must have a back. No. We have to word that a little differently. Screen, let's see. Acoustic screen must have a back. We have a back to this. Okay. Let's see. Screen must be facing a wall. Back of the screen must be facing a wall, or let's see. Let's see. Please don't design your outdoor screen. Oh, okay, that's better. Put down. Please note about. Why am I doing this here? Let me go back over here. All right. Let me see. Outside. Fully weatherproof. Best used outside with 4,000 lumens. Yeah, paint requires that one. No, actually, it does require 4,000. I forgot about that. You need 4,000 to trigger. It depends on the time of the day. So we have to do a whole section for that. Time of the day. If you're using this at around 7 o'clock, you could drop off at somewhere between 2,500 and so forth. But if you're talking about somewhere like 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, that unusual time you're going to be using a projection screen, yeah, you're going to have 4,000 to 5,000 to kick that one. And people asking for like 12 o'clock. We can do it. We have sun killer technology embedded into them, but that's something he works on. Real transferred screens on plexiglass. We haven't even started working on that one yet. Let's see. Best use up. Okay. Best use up. Wait a minute. Why is this a cap here? Oh no, we don't do that one. Fully weatherproof. Best. Period. Best used outside with 4,000 lumens and up. No, we don't do that. Okay, you're not supposed to be there. Best use, okay. So why would you have best use outside with 4,000 lumens and up? Best use in the hours of 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. even hours. All right, it's better. Color will not fade when exposed to sunlight and outside elements, and will not crack or peel in cold or freezing conditions. Do not use with fake or knockoff projectors. Okay, here we need to put these notes. Let me see. Share this crap. Expose to ambient light inside or out. Now, when you post down, you put in exposed to ambient light inside or out, then the customer has to know why. Why can't it be? What's going to be the reaction if I do this? Why you can't just put stuff in there without telling why? Because it will wash out. And I know this because we've done this one before. Actually, we've done this one before on an inflatable screen that had a rear projection, and we took it outside. I got the video. We took it outside, and it looked perfectly inside. But the minute we got outside, the screen washed out. Like, what the freak is going on? And then when I took a piece of cardboard, black cardboard, and I stuck it on the back of the screen where light couldn't transfer through, the image popped up crystal clear. And that's when we found out why the invisible technology does not work with certain inflatable screens. That all comes through testing. So let me see here. Let's go over here. Let's see. Okay, we have here. Okay, cannot be exposed to ambient light inside or out. Let's see. Oops, we don't capture bird. Due to it will fade. Now, doesn't make a difference if I have any misspellings in there. We go in there, we throw it through a spelling checker. Spelling checker finds all the problems we have, and it clean it up, and we go recopy and paste it back in. That's all you got to do. So if I did anything wrong in here, the machine will do it for me. Well, basically, I told you the easiest way to do it. The cheapest way to do it without paying for any software is just basically just to go through Hotmail. Hotmail has an amazing spelling checker in there. So you go in there and you just copy and paste. Pretend you're sending a message to somebody or email somebody and just do the whole thing and copy and paste. It'll show you all the mistakes you made, the proper way to pronounce it, and all that. Fix it in there. Once you're done, copy and paste, delete this and put it back in. That's it. That's all you got to do. We'll fade out. And become unwatchable. Become. Supposed to be and become, but they put any become. I swear, Google boy. That's why I don't use freaking speak text. Google make you sound like an illiterate caveman at the end of the day. They put all kinds of crazy stuff in there. All right, let me see. Well, fade and must be and there, but they put any. And let's see, and. What did they put down there? I'll put that in the wrong section. My goodness. So these fade out. All right. And become unwatchable, which will become unwatchable. So you have to tell them, if you're saying, hey, look, it's going to do this, but this is what's going to be the outcome, the cause and effect. So if you're explaining something as in it does this, what happens if you don't do this to that? What's the outcome of that? Because you're going to have some people at the end of the day are not going to want to put in a for application in the screen, and they're going to skip steps. So what happens if I skip steps? What's the outcome if I skip steps? How bad can it become? That's why they put it down there. Cause and effect. And it is raining outside right now, which is good, because that means we have the plexiglass screen. We're going to mount that to the deck and let it rain out there while we hit it with the projector inside the house. That's good. We can do some rain demonstrations. I haven't done those in a while. All right. Sorry, we only support. These are the projectors we support. I told you before. Explain what the screen is. Okay. 100% contrast levels. Summary. Okay, I want to go to the top real quick. What is it? Let's see. Smell kit. Yes, brown only. Right here. There we go. So you can boldly put that in there. All right. Acoustic spandex blackout cloth surface. You'll notice that when you look at acoustic blackout cloth surfaces that are made out of spandex, they are two colors, white and gray. That's it. So neither one of those surfaces will you ever pick up contrast or color. We already tested against several acoustic screens, but you know, that's what you gotta pick up. I gotta check out some of these two at the end of the day too. All right. So let's see. That's the surface that you get for free from us. So if you can't figure out exactly what you want to paint it on, that is going to be acoustic worthy, then we add the surface for you. And that takes all the hard work of trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to spray this thing on at the end of the day. I don't have anything around here that is acoustic. What would I buy that's acoustic? How do I know it's acoustic? How do I know sound's going to travel through it? This is the stuff you got to ask yourself how your customer is going to think at the end of the day. Because the first thing they're going to be doing is calling you up nonstop. And I don't mind the calls, but when I got people calling me up at 50 and 60 orders, come and call me up saying, hey, look, the acoustic surface, what do I paint it on? Can I put it on this? Can I put it on that? So and so and so. To cut down on that, we give you the surface for free. So that way, and look how it just doesn't even spell stuff correctly. What they put down? Acoustic blackout cloth Where do you get fault out of that? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying with Google. You gotta watch Google. Google makes you sound like you're freaking illiterate at the end of the day. Well, we gave you that so that way you don't have to go through the headache of trying to figure out what to paint it on at the end of the day because you already have the surface there. Now, if you own an acoustic surface, hey, knock yourself out, but at least you got a free surface on top of that. So we put down free. Give ourselves a nice bold on that one. I'll bold that up right there. I think I want to bold this up too. Bold that up right there. Okay. Free acoustic spandex blackout cloth surface. Let's bring this in here. Let's get your size. Size is going to be 120 inches. Now, reason why we give you 120 inches, one quart is going to paint up to 120, but 120 will give you an option of whether you want to go 100 inch or 120. So we just break it down and make it 120. The other ones were 100 inches. We're going to do these at 120 inch. 120 inch. 16.9. 0.9. So that's going to be a free surface that'll come with your kits. Means I have to go on the site tonight and buy 1,000 of them so we have them. Actually, we have 60 in the carts. Just buy 60 of them. All right. Oh, actually, no, 61 because I got to do one for a demonstration. All right. Let me see. All right, that's all there. Everything's there. All right, there. We got the screen size. Now let me see. Hold on. I need to check something real quick. And this is what we have to change. You only have the option of 16.9 due to the fact that your surface does not do 235.1, it does 16.9. You have to be real accurate on your doing websites. Make sure that everything is accurate because like I said, I don't want anything misleading to my customers at the end of the day. They need to be able to read through this. Everything needs to be accurate. So if I put down 32 ounces, paints a screen size, it does of 100 to 120 inch. It's going to do that because of the surface automatically. The surface is 16.9. If I put down 1610 235.1, they might expect for that surface to be 1610 235.1, when actually at the end of the day, it's only 16.9, not 1610 or 235. So all that has to be accurate. So you have to go over everything over and over again. I know people think, oh, this has got to be super boring. Actually, no, this is actually fun. I love doing this. Make sure we didn't miss anything. This is what you need to have in here too. Warning your customers if they're operating a paint sprayer to wear a mask and safety glasses at all time. That should definitely be there. That should be in there whether if you're using house paint. People look at a container and go, oh, but it's water-based. I'm good with this. No, you understand. This becomes airborne. You are breathing this in, literally. So the minute a paint roller, I mean, unless you're using some kind of toxic paint thinners or some kind of a stain, or you're using that basic stainer for your furniture or something like that, then yeah, you definitely want to have a mask on and be in a well-ventilated area. But if you're using, oh shoot, I forgot about that too. Hold on for a minute. That's a good thing I brought that up too. Use in a well-ventilated area. Now we pressed or anything. It's not like people say, oh, but it's water-based. It's all water-based. Mind you, hello, lung disease. Anyway, so at the end of the day, I have to make sure whatever products I'm using in here and I'm breathing in this environment can't be toxic because it will mess me up, which means I won't be on YouTube anymore because I'll be in a hospital somewhere with tubes stuck up my nose and everything else under the face of the sun. So it has to be to function in its environment. And if I can function in its environment with no problem, that means the product is safe. Anyone would trigger faster if something was wrong with it, if it had a really strong pungent smell to it, I would be the one to trigger faster. So that's how I know. It's kind of like a blessing and a curse at the same time. You know what I mean? It gives you the ability to be able to home in on certain smells that most people wouldn't even pretty much pick up because you'd be affected to it faster. But also too, you know, at the end of the day, it kind of jacks you up some days. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. So I'm gonna put this in here right there. So we're going to remember to put this option in with everything now. Let's go in and put this in here. Okay, let me see. Oh, we have a project lifeline, paint on applications. Basic. But you know, you still should anything you paint, you should have in a well ventilated area. I remember some idiot on freaking, and I mean, I lied to you, I was an inventor. He's an idiot. He designed these. I don't know if you saw them before, but it was supposed to have exercising and painting your screen at the same time. So it was like these palms, like they would strap over your hand. You can see my hand. They would paint like sponges on each side, and it showed a guy dancing back and forth right up on top of the wall. Like he's like his nose is inches from the wall, and he's doing his dance. Oh, you can dance and do aerobics and paint your screen at the same time. Literally, how do people get patents for these things? At the end of the day, how do they do it? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So what you want to do is you want to be breathing heavily next to a toxic, or even if it's water-based chemical, while you're basically doing cardio up on a wall while you're painting your hands back and forth. Yeah, you're gonna end up in a red truck with flashing lights at the end of the day. You're racing your heart rate, number one, and on top of that, you're breathing in this freaking fumes at the end of the day. That's a real smart idea, but somebody eventually got a patent and okay for it. I don't know how, because you know, bottom line, when you do apply for a patent, they got to look over it. They have to go through all the, ask you what chemicals are in it, all this stuff. They got to ask all this crazy stuff at the end of the day to make sure this is going to be safe for the consumer. You don't get hit with a lawsuit. And they go, okay, you this formula and that formula has been banned in 13 countries. Can't have that. Will deny. They'll deny your patent, and you have to go back in, redo it all over again. I don't even know how that even passed. Unless you got a patent pending on it, that's what I can think of. But if you went and got a real 1% grade A patent on that, then they were like, nope, ain't gonna happen. I can see the lawsuits behind that one. Yeah, somebody actually had one on YouTube. Not YouTube, they had one on, it might be on YouTube. But someone came up with the ingenious idea of putting these pads. Number one, you're gonna streak the daylights out of your wall. Paint splatter all over the place. And then you're gonna have the markings. Yeah, markings. Your wall's gonna be marked up like there's no tomorrow. And you're faster off just taking a road and it's going and be done with, and just doing this back and forth like a freaking idiot. Like, look, Bob's having a seizure while he's painting his wall. Yeah, dumb stuff. Okay, where we got this at? We got site theaters. We got basic product info, paint on surface applications. Okay, I'm gonna put this here too. We're gonna put that there next to that one. Use in a well ventilated area too. We'll put that in there too. Next to this, over there, and I want to put, let's see, one water and soap. I don't want this all to be together, so I'm gonna break this down. Bring this down here, and then what we'll do is we'll take this right here, copy that. And we'll put that here. And this one. Well ventilated area. Cut that. Let's see. Use. Oh, come on. Was my caps on the entire time and I just basically disabled them? All right. Use. Area. With, okay, go back. Area. With, make sure I get this correct spelling. I have to speak about everything, just make sure. With safety glasses and safety mask. You got, I'm telling you, you got to think. When I'm doing this, I'm thinking in the mind of the customer. You can't put masks, because now we live in the ages of masks, and someone will literally, lie to you not, it will happen. Someone will literally paint. You got to think of the things that people will possibly do at the end of the day. And someone would literally paint that screen in with an everyday mask. So we have to rebate this. We have to put down painter's mask. Oh, I like these right here. I love the three. Look, see, they got the glasses and the mask with the boom, 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 boom. I like that. I might buy that today for myself. Yes. I got safety glasses. The only problem I can never locate my safety glasses. But you should have 2 sets anyway, because you're going to get paint splattered all over your glasses. That's definitely going to happen. So, yeah. Safety glasses and painter's mask. Because you'll have somebody go up there and they'll try to paint it in using a regular mask, and no, you don't want to do that. This thing has to be sucked to your face, so that way you don't end up breathing it in. So it should be there, and that should be anything. If someone sits there and says, "Oh, but my paint's water," you still have to wear a mask, regardless. I don't care what it is; it becomes airborne. It becomes airborne, and you breathe it in. I don't even know why, like bakers should have to wear those masks. I'll tell you why. Because you're breathing in flour, and that flour will kick your lungs. And down through a period of time, will kick your lungs. I've heard some weird stuff happen in the kitchen. I've heard a guy actually baked his liver, slowly cooked his liver. Basically being a broil chef. Basically, when you lean down to go to the oven, you kind of heat your the heat hits you in the face with a conventional oven before. If you open up the doors, they teach you to open the doors from the side. Dummies sit there. I've done it myself, so I can't call people dummies, but people have done it where they open up both doors at the same time. You got this massive fan in the background blasting heat dead in your face. Oh man, it feels like your head just shrunk. Just little size of a grape. Oh man, your skin tightens up. But yeah, I used to watch people do it all the time when we were in restaurant school. And I watch people like open up the conventional ovens. You supposed to open one door and lean to the side when you open it up. And people walk over and grab both handles and open up the door. And you got a massive fan blasting heat right in your face. I'm like, well, that's the best. That's going to be the rest of his day. Yeah, it doesn't hurt or anything. It just feels like just got a lot of heat hitting your face at the end of the day. And it just looks like your skin is really, really tight. But other than that, you're not getting burned or anything. But yeah, but people who cook in flour and stuff like that, that's constant powder, and that flour and stuff like that can kick your lungs and damage your lungs at the end of the day. I don't know why they don't have to wear a mask. I was talking to somebody today we were in a I know I just copied that multiple times. I know I just did it. But we were in a chat, and we were talking about somebody posted, I just dropped half of my barbecue chicken on the ground. Should I throw it away or should I wash it off? And I was like, shoot, just wash it off. I mean, it's like a 5-second rule. I mean, let it land. It depends on what it lands in at the end of the day. But if it's on the grass, I mean, just wash it off and throw it back on the grill. I mean, heat basically kills bacteria anyway. I mean, if you knew about half of the stuff, I mean, I worked at a couple of really nice 5-star restaurants, and I could tell you stuff that make the hair stand on the back of your neck. If you really think at the end of the day that they follow that rule, that is bullcrap, because they don't. You know, you got $100 steak hit the ground. You think at the end of the day they're gonna throw that in the trash? No, they're gonna run that bad boy through a dishwasher and spray it down and throw it right back into the oven. Heat kills everything, so that's how they think at the end of the day. There's no way in the world they're throwing that away. Unless it lands in something really, really bad and they can't fix it or get around to basically trying to figure it out. Some places will even season meat down. Bad, old, decaying meat in the back, they'll season it down. And, that happens too also too. But this one person came in saying, oh, she was a certified chef. I'm not doubting you are a certified chef. But if you sit there and tell me at the end of the day that you work at restaurants and they 100% throw out the food after hitting the ground, that is the biggest lie on the face of the planet. That does not happen. I remember one time when I was in school in Lodging, one of the head chefs he was basically, starting the whole entire class off about what you're getting into and this, that, and so and so and so. But anyway, he talked about what you don't know can't hurt you, which is the golden rule in a restaurant. And it is. It's the golden rule. What you don't know can't hurt you. So he was talking about how they had he started this job, he's on this cruise ship, they had senators, big people, in this next room for this big lobby, they bring up these salads, the waiter tripped, salads sit all over the floor. They picked them up, they put them right back in, they gave them right back them to eat. What you don't know can't hurt you. Unless it does hurt you and then you have to get a lawyer. But chances are, if you knew half of the stuff that went on in the restaurant, you would never eat it. I'm not trying to say bad things about people at restaurants, but come on. I mean, I worked at a lot of places, man. I worked at one place, it was so bad that I quit. I couldn't take it. I'm a person about having things clean all the time, but it was so bad. Literally, oh my goodness, man, it was so bad. I couldn't believe they had to be paying off the health inspector. They had to be. There's no way in the world. I mean, you have some dirty dishes here and there, but not to the point where you have so many dirty dishes in the sink that the grease causes a layer of fat to run across that you could drop a spoon and the spoon won't even sink. It won't even put a dent in it. That's how much grease the dishes were actually embedded in. They weren't even moving. It was all grease. And then they had cookie sheets underneath the sinks that they would come in. I watched this guy scrape off like a freaking mile of AstroTurf off the side of a cookie sheet and basically wash it down, rub some oil on, and put fresh flour. I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. I mean, some pretty bad stuff. That place was really, really disgusting. It was disgusting, disgusting. But you could even smell, like even when you would go into the freezer, you can smell where certain areas of the freezer where the freezer wasn't working, you can smell the blood from basically the meat and stuff like that. At the end of the day, if you're eating something, I wouldn't listen to me right now because I said, oh, I've seen some bad stuff. And then people ask, what's the worst thing you ever seen? I saw something literally so horrifying that I can't repeat it. It was pretty bad. I mean, really, really bad. Disgusting. Where anytime I go to eat, I got to see you make my food. I got to be right there on top of you. If I'm not there, I don't order jack from you. I don't order from Dine and Dash. And I'm not saying anything bad about these companies at the end of the day, but it's what I was scarred with, or what I saw at the end of the day that scarred me for life that I can't do it. I cook majority of all my food. It's rare that I order out, and if I order out, I got to see it. I got to see it being made. Two people in my family went through that nonsense. My brother went through that when he first came to Philadelphia. He witnessed something pretty bad. He got, I mean, whatever. He doesn't go out, period. I don't care if he's watching the food getting made. He doesn't go out, period, and eat. All his food is made at home. But then again, I'm not trying to just destroy your way of thinking, but even the process plants are bad too, because I worked at a couple of them places too at the end of the day. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I worked at a couple of processing plants for food. I'm like, good gracious, man. I'm gonna become a vegetarian. I'm eating grass. That's the only thing I'm eating is just grass at this particular point. Some of the stuff I've seen, I mean, I'm just looking at grass. I just eat grass for the rest of my days because my goodness, man. It's you gotta understand. If you're working at a place like blah blah blah, right? And they make blah 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 at the end of the day, right? Say they make meats and stuff at the end of the day. I'm not saying this happened at a meat place I just happened to work at in Philadelphia, but just say, if your supervisor is a complete bonehead at the end of the day, I've never done this, but at the end of the day, like I said, other people eat this besides me. But if your supervisor is a big bonehead at the end of the day, who are you going to take it out on? You're not going to take it out on him because you lose your job. So who are you going to take it out on? You're going to take it out on the product. That's what you're going to do. Because you're thinking the supervisor, some people get it mixed up thinking, oh, he must own. No, they don't own jack at the end of the day. Even the bosses that walk in there don't own jack. It's the CEOs, the people you never, ever freaking see. Probably once on a blue moon, you might see one of these jokers pop up, but it's just rare that you would actually see a CEO walk through a facility. Usually, they're in the other business part of it all. But usually you're going to take it out on the manager curses you out or whatever he does. You're not going to take it out on him unless you lose your job. You're going to knock him out real quick. Other than that, you're going to take it out on the product. That's what you're going to do. And unfortunately, that's what happens. And I've seen some stuff. I'm not going to tell you what place I worked at, but I worked at a couple of interesting places. And I'm not saying all of them like that. No, not all of them like that. But you're going to have your particular individuals that are going to come in. They're going to have bad, nasty attitudes coming in. And either they're going to take it out on a coworker, or the fight's going to break out, and someone's going to get suspended or lose a job at the end of the day. They're going to knock out a supervisor, which is definitely going to get them to lose their job, or they're going to take it out on the product. Which, that one of a million chance that you would happen to pop up to get at the end of the day. But it does happen. But that's why I said some of the places I worked at in the food business, when the woman was sitting there saying, well, 100%. No, not 100%. That's bull crap at 100%. If it drops on the ground and it's salvageable, well, I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. But if it's workable, they're going to clean it off and they're going to stick it on the grill. That's it. Now, I remember one place I was working at, they would have us dig through the trash cans. We dig through the trash cans for apples, condiments, stuff like that. We would clean them all down, wash them up, put them right back on the table. That's how they had it. At the end of the day, like I said, it was a job, needed the money, and, head chef back there says what has to be done. He's the boss back there. That's what has to be done. Second most disgusting thing, I'm not going to say the first. The first is pretty bad. I don't want to scar you with the same crap I got stuck in my head for the rest of my life. But the second most disgusting thing I've seen in a restaurant, and I almost drunk from the machine. I don't know, but I think I've told a few people about this. The orange juice dispenser incident. Got into this restaurant, nice Italian restaurant out in the middle of the outskirts of Philadelphia. Pay was good. Went in as a this was just fast money to make for the summertime. Because summertime, I really just wanted to just make some real fast money, go hang out with my boys, and that's all I wanted to do. But if they find out you have any kind of cooking skills, then you become a prep chef or assistant chef or one of them, and your life disappears. Not saying anybody, not to be rude, anybody basically does this for a living, but you know you work long hours. You do opening and closing and all that other nonsense. Yeah, you never see the light of day, and you work a lot of freaking long hours. But anyway, went in there, got this job. Was basically a prep chef for the chef, prepping the food, get everything ready for him. You know what I mean? Basically, we go back and hit the salad buffet. That's basically about it. Ooh, I got stories to say about the salad buffet. You'll never eat a salad buffet. You will never eat at a buffet as long as you live. Yeah, I'm gonna scar you for life on this one. You might want to leave. You might want to stick around here. This one's pretty bad. But anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, the orange juice dispenser. So when I first come in, I love juice. Anything that's orange, the color orange, I love. I don't care what it is. I love the taste. It's like I said, it tastes orange, but you can't. But anyway, I saw this huge, massive high C, orange high C dispenser. And I'm thinking, okay, when I get my break, I'm gonna get some juice out of that. I'm gonna drink a big glass of that. So as I'm coming out to go to the bathroom, I watched the waitress take 3 different glasses from 3 different tables from 3 different customers and take the same juice and pour it back into the dispenser. So just to make sure, if she wasn't doing that, she was the only one that did that. They all were doing it. They all were pouring that juice back in that dispenser. That's something that a supervisor or somebody up would give them that command to do at the end of the day. I mean, I mean, you weren't seeing it, but if you just happened to be at the right place at the right time, you would catch it. And yeah, that's what we were doing. So how much of that juice in there was actually actual juice and the rest of it was actually from the customers? Ugh, make you want to throw up right there, just thinking about it. Yep, didn't last at that job long either. I quit that job too. It was disgusting. Can't work at a place where people are just doing the most nasty things ever. And then you go out there and you see a family out there with kids out there eating at the end of the day. Can you work at a job like that? No, can't do it. And you would have to be artist to do it. I quit a couple of jobs for that. What was the other thing? Scar you for life. The thing I don't remember it. No, kind of forgot it. Well, that's good. That's better for you. You don't need to know anyway. It was pretty bad anyway. Can't remember what it was. I do remember it was the juice, and then there was the other thing that was pretty awful. It was really awful. I caught it at the right time. Oh God, it was nasty. Oh, it was so nasty. Oof. I worked in slaughterhouses. I've never seen anything that bad before. Let me see what we got to do here. Yeah, good thing Mr. Bird forgot, because yeah, I had something else on too. It was going to jack you up for a long time. If you got strong stomach, then you're good. Other than that, I'll be sitting at the table. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I'll tell them next time. All right, we got everything here. Let me see, water base. We need let me see. I need this right here again. The second time we need to put that in another area there. Yeah, I was a guy who actually worked with those. He never ate bread. Never, ever ate bread. In the 2 years I worked there, he never ate bread. He always came to work with these deli wraps all the time with these little rolls of meats and cheese and stuff. I never seen him eat bread, ever. And I asked him one time on the bus, I said, man, how can you never eat bread? He said, I used to work at blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell you what bread company, but he said, I've seen some stuff, some pretty bad stuff at the end of the day. It would scar you for life. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, never ate bread. Depends on where you work at. Yeah, go find somebody that works at a food industry and talk like, hey, tell me some stories. If they haven't seen anything, then that's a good thing. But the chances are you will see some stuff. And you got people there, and not say everybody there. You got people that respect their jobs, come at the end of the day, grade A, bar none, do their jobs correctly, blah, 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 blah. But you are going to have the individuals on the other hand that basically may come in on a bad day, may have an argument with a supervisor, anything, and they're going to take it out on something. They're not going to take it out and lose their job at the end of the day. They're basically going to take it out on the food or whatever else they're working on at the end of the day. Maybe you might be missing parts. Somebody might have had a bad day. That's why I sat there when I was putting together the lead screen and parts were missing. I was like, what the freak, where's the tension rods at? Somebody must have gotten to had a bad day, or anything could happen, but usually most of the time it could be a bad day. I think we got it all here. I want to make sure, people are reading through this. Okay, we make sure we got that well ventilated area, and then what we got to do now is I have to turn you guys to the side. Sorry about that, people, but you can't see this part. I have to go into my email account. In my email account, I have a lot of stuff going on in there right now. We had a launch date, not launch date, but we had the pre-order date, and I got customers' information there like crazy, and I don't expose that for anything. I'm very particular about my customers' information. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Let's go over to new messaging. All right, and we need to put this in real quick. Oh, well, we have multiple misspellings. All right, I am going to, let me see if I can put this somewhere where you guys can get any information from. Where are my ship out orders? All right, I'm moving my page down. These are my ship out. These are my post office clips right there where I ship out mail for people and stuff like that. So I can leave it right here. So this is what you do. I told you take the whole thing, right? Copy and paste it into basically Messenger. Hotmail has fantastic tools for correcting stuff that you might have written wrong. Now, anything that comes up red, that's because they're not sure how it's spelled, but that's how it's spelled, Brookstone and Optima. But see stuff like this that's popping up right there? Come in here and you click next to that, and it will give you the correct way on how you're supposed to write it. See? And that's what I use. So fade, which is supposed to have an E at the end, right there. Right here, this is not correct. That fixes that problem. And go back over it again. Make sure we got nothing else. If you have anything in here that the grammar is not incorrect, if it's not spelled right, they will come in here and they will fix it. Now see from here, that one popped up. Cannot. So instead of putting can, you put it in cannot. This is what you want to use. And this is why I said there's no excuse for it at all. You know, some people want to say, oh, but no, it's been like that since last year. There's no excuse for it. People are coming here, they're reading your site. What you put on your site is your information and your knowledge of what you know that you put on your site. If you're not putting this stuff correctly on there, just misspellings, that represents you at the end of the day. People see you as illiterate and not so educated. If you basically have these misspellings on your site, you got to check all that at the end of the day. Okay. And like I said, anybody who gets offended over that, then you must be lazy as lazy can be. Because if you can't take the time to go in and fix that, and you feel like, oh, that's just wrong, then, man, I don't know what goes on in your world at the end of the day, but my world is not like that at the end of the day. If I'm putting someone on a website, this is going to represent me as being a professional in my field. I want to sound like a professional. And I can see this is ruffling some feathers. Don't care. At the end of the day, I told you I don't care. I'm not coming on here to basically be a fake at the end of the day. If you're looking for fakes, you can go someplace else at the end of the day. I don't want you here. I don't do fake stuff over here. This bothers you, go kick rocks. Let me see. All right, let me see. We need to go back to Wix. We need to take out this whole section. I'm gonna do a video on that next week. If you don't like how real Mr. Bird is, you want to be around fakes all day, get the freak off my YouTube channel. Go kick rocks. I don't want you here. Well, I don't want a bunch of yes men. That's one thing. I don't want yes men. I can't stand people like that. I'd rather a person at the end of the day would say, hey, Mr. Bird, I hate your freaking guts, and so and so and so, and blah, blah. That's a person at the end of the day I can trust, because at least I know what's on his mind. But a person sit there and smile in your face and think all these evil, no, I don't like people like that at the end of the day. We call y'all fakes at the end of the day. Y'all know what you are. So, if it bothers you for me to speak my mind, and that bothers you, because I tell people they have to do certain things. They should be updating their websites. They should have proper information for customers to read. They should be testing their products and know their customers are getting what they're getting. If that bothers you, go kick rocks. Get the freak off my channel. Most people will get on the channel and smile good on your face because they want the reviews. They want the likes. I'm not the cut from that cloth at the end of the day. Either you keep it real or you go kick rocks. That's what it's about. Not about that. I told you, I don't care about the likes. I don't care about the subscribers and all that stuff like that. I don't want tons of subscribers. Oh, you want tons? No. At the end of the day, it's about advertising and keeping it real. And if you think I'm going to sit here and smile and do whatever I want to do to get likes, and I'm not that kind of person. If I lose 20,000 subscribers, I lose all my subscribers at the end of the day. That does not faze me one bit. I'm here to keep it real. And if those 20,000 or whatever don't leave, then I know you ain't real. You're a bunch of fakes. I don't want you on my account. Get off. I'm not trying to I'm not the cut from that cloth from. I basically do all kinds of things to make y'all happy at the end of the day so I can get like, no, I'll keep it real. If you don't like it, then guess what? You can stick around. You can still watch. It's your opinion what you say. As long as there's no racial slurs, there's no threats, you can stay. I don't care. But at the end of the day, if you want me to be that person that's going to tell you what you want to hear, no, I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to tell you up front. If you don't like it, get the freak off my channel. That's it. I'm about keeping it real over here. I ain't about that dumb nonsense. And if somebody's doing something they're not supposed to be doing, I'm going to call you out on it. That's how it's going to be. I've never been one to be that kind of person at the end of the day. I can't stand fakes like that to begin with. Smile right up in your face. And we all know what kind of people that smile dead in your face and say all kinds of stuff, but then they the same people that say the dirtiest things behind your back will be smiling your face. Oh, that's my buddy right there. That's my true soul. Yeah, kick rocks. Mostly people would do anything, say anything, whatever, agree to anybody just to get likes. No. I'm not into that. All right, that's done. Because I know the minute I mentioned Jamie or anything, they start dropping off. I don't care. You can come in the room. I don't care. At the end of the day, we got some people come and pop in the room, come out, pop in the room, come out. Do you think that phases me at the end of the day? No. If I had an option, I would just block you all out at the end of the day, do the video live, because when we do the videos live, they're designed to show that our products work in real live demonstrations. That's what they're for. So for those of you that are coming in to watch, hey, you're enjoying it? Hey, knock yourself out. Have a good time. For those of you that are coming in to think that, oh, if I leave, this is going to disrupt or make them upset. I don't care. Go. Matter of fact, don't come back. Shut the door and just disappear. Bye. But I'm not in here. I'm not that kind of YouTuber that's going to sit there and smile on your face and do whatever and agree with you on this, that, and the other because I'm afraid of losing subscribers. Go. Because at the end of the day, this same video will be posted anywhere and it'll be my advertisement. And people come in and say, hey, I saw your YouTube video, so. Thank you for keeping it real. Because that's what we do over here. And if you're basically doing something phony or bogus, guess what? We're going to call you out. Because I still, at the end of the day, want to see the two courts. That ain't going anywhere. I'm still waiting for that to be done. You ain't posting stuff on your website that's not true. It's supposed to be legit. If you're going to the site, especially if you're putting money down on it. These are the same individuals that buy from a website, get scammed, and then go, I don't know how it happened. Maybe it's because you read through 2 paragraphs on something called an atom smasher. You know how much freaking information they have on a freaking atom smasher? Can you imagine buying one of those? I don't know why you would even have one to begin with, but can you imagine buying one of those and you only get 2 paragraphs on an atom smasher? Are you freaking kidding me? And you still slid your credit card in there and bought it at the end of the day and you wonder why it doesn't work. That's like the guy. Oh man, the guy who bought a freaking, he's supposed to be buying a $500,000 sports car for 30 grand. That's like somebody say you can get a Bugatti, Aston Martin, Lamborghini, McLaren for 30 grand. Are you kidding me? It costs $22,000 to do an oil change on a Bugatti. How in the world are you going to sit there and pay $30,000 for a supercar? And he bought this supercar. He bought it off, oh my goodness, what's the freaking website they have on there? I can't think of the name of it. It'll pop in my head later on. But anyway, he bought it from this particular website thinking that he's going to get a $30,000 car. For $30,000 get a supercar? Man, they shipped him over this freaking, a toy. They literally shipped this man a toy. I mean, the wheels were about, the wheels were the size of basically, I say a little bit larger than what you would get on the front wheel of a big wheel. It was hilarious. And at that, everything in the car was plastic. They shipped it in a little tiny in a crate. Like one of them clown cars they have at the circus. But the clown cars might have been a little bit bigger. They were dying in the comments. Oh my goodness. I only went 22 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? This thing was a piece of junk. What do you expect at the end of the day? You really thought that you were going to get a supercar for 30 grand. And again, Bugattis, the oil change is 22. Not 2,200, 22,000. And you thought you were going to get a supercar. Oh, you got to look that one up. That's the most hilarious thing. It's one thing. I mean, it had plastic wheels. How much traction are you going to get in the rain with plastic wheels? The same plastic wheels, when you get a big wheel that's got those plastic wheels. Oh, man. I remember, real quick, the big wheel and the green machine. Whoever had the green machine, boy, you had it good. When you had the big wheel, was nice because the big wheel, you got, this is what I'm thinking about the plastic wheel. I tell you, my brain jumps from one section to the next one. I'm just thinking about weird, crazy stuff. But I remember I had the green machine. I had the green machine, big wheel first. The big wheel had the little box in the back. You could put sandwiches and juice in the back and drive it around. The green machine had a stick shift on it, and you could basically drift with it. The big wheel, you could do it too. But you had to turn the wheel sharp enough to do it because this wheel would be plastic and they would slide. You can get a nice drift out of it. But I remember the green machine had the freaking stick shift in the front. You could definitely get a drift off of that. Well, I'm telling you, if you didn't grow up in that area, you missed out. I wonder if I can find myself a green machine. I got to go on eBay. I wonder if somebody actually has a green machine for sale. I want to buy one and drive it and ride it down my driveway. Let me see. Okay, we got everything here. We're good. I just want to make sure. All right, so what we're going to do is we have to come up here and we have to remove these, and this. And we have to move that one. We have to go here into images. Oh, you guys can't even see any of that, can you? Oh, no, there we go. We're going into images right now. So we're adding the images right now. The green machine. Oh man, I remember my friend had one of the things. That was a good time to be a kid. Well, that's a good time to kid. You had freaking the Batman toys. I mean, everybody had the what's it called? Team America. We used to ramp up. That thing would take off. The commercials were better. Oh, everything was better back then. So much better. Cartoons were better. Cereal was better. Food was better. Everything was better. Of course, my mom would say the same thing too, but she grew up in a different era too. But still, man, you grew up in that era, man, everything was better, man. Everything was better. Man, but I remember, man, Christmas time, man, I had the big wheel, and my buddy had the green machine. Oh, he bought that thing. I was like, oh, what the freak is that? I had the stick shift on it. He turned the corner, hit the slide around the corner. I was like, oh, we got to be freaking kidding me. Then my birthday, my mom got me a green machine. We both had them. But yeah, Evel Knievel. Oh, yeah, G.I. Joe. I mean, the original G.I. Joes, not the crappy G.I. Joes they have now. I'm sorry, them G.I. Joes are crap. The G.I. Joes, when I were coming up, were like about that freaking, I don't know, my hand's on it where you can't see it to zoom up. But they were bigger action figures. The toys were bigger. The action figures were huge. Keep in mind, with these massive size action figures, the trucks, the vehicles were gigantic. They were huge, man. I remember Light Bright. Sorry about that. What's a couple other toys they had that were really big back then? I'm trying to think of some of the crazy stuff we had back then. Remember the Batman toys? Oh, He-Man and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, come on, we had some pretty cool stuff going up back then, man. Even the games were better, man. Shoots and ladders, Operation, all that stuff came out around that time, man. Amazing stuff, man, at that time. Ooh, ooh, freaking what was it? The Bionic Man with the Bionic Eye. I had one of those. Yes, sir. Steve Austin, the $6 million man. And you can look to the side of the back of his head and he had this telescope, this Bionic Eye. Oh man. They had the Bionic Woman. Oh, they had the Bionic Man. I remember that. I remember the Bionic Man. Funny thing about it was they would make him run like he was slow, then make it seem like he was running fast. Kind of, it worked. It definitely worked. Now you look at it like, what the frick was I watching when I was young? But yeah, it's kind of like they made him run slow to make him run fast. He would jump over stuff, he'd bend stuff slowly, but it made it seem like, he was moving so fast, they had to slow the camera down because he was moving so fast. But then when you really add it up, they spent $6 million on this guy. And the only thing he had was basically a bionic eye and the ability to jump. And did you see how fast he was traveling? I mean, at that particular time, it was fast. He was doing something like 200 miles an hour, like 150. It was something crazy, like a low number. But now you think about it, $6 million. Like, did they really get their money's worth? But it's funny. But that's how it was. Scooby Doo. Oh man, I remember we had something, man. We had cartoons that came on every Saturday. And they would have, before you would go to school, Hanna-Barbera, they would have this cartoon lineup of all the cool cartoons that were coming out, for the school year. You know what I mean? They would have this big showing that would come on Saturday, and they would name all the new cartoons that were coming out. You don't have that no more. That's all gone. Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Felix the Cat, the Magic My Cat, the Mighty Hercules from back in the day when I was coming up as Mighty Hercules. We had R-Star Blazers, Goldar, Galactic. Oh, man. Nah, it ain't the same. I remember at one point, Japanese cartoons ran everything. Oh, yeah, Speed Racer. I remember that, man. Here comes the racer. Do, 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 do. Man, coming home from school, big bowl of cereal, sitting there in front of the cartoons watching Speed Racer. Man, those are the good old days, man. Marine Boy. Man, I swear it's the best cartoons ever. I still go back on YouTube. They got the episodes on YouTube. That's what I watch. I go back to my old childhood and watch them. Still gold as they always was. But now you got these cartoons today. I can deal with some of them, not all of them. I still watch cartoons. I don't care. I'll be watching cartoons to the day I die. That's going to change there. Let me see. Did I even put in it? I didn't do that, didn't I? We don't have any of the pictures. All right, we got to go do this through Facebook because I loaded them up on Facebook on my Crystal Edge page. Yeah, I'm in here acting stupid, my friends. Somebody sent me a video of these roaches dancing on the tall side like these people got no life at all. But hilarious. Roaches coming, roaches coming, roaches coming, roaches coming. Oh my goodness. I was dying when I saw that. Funny friends. All right. We put here, that's the formula. We don't need that. That's not the invisible. We need the invisible pictures. Where are the invisible pictures at? That's not there. That's not the invisible. Did I even load the invisible pictures up? Oh, I don't think we did. Let's see. Oh, man. I must have been tired last night. I didn't load anything up. Hold on for a minute. Let me reset on my page. Maybe I did load them up. I'm not sure. See, that's my front page right there. 250 inches side by side. I got to build that again. I literally have to put that frame together again. And I have to code it this time with the Phantom technology. No, sorry. Widow, Black Widow. Which is coming. I did load them. I knew I loaded them. I said last night, I knew I loaded those pictures last night. There you go. That's when I painted the projector black with the paint. There it is. That's the video of the screen right there. Let me see. Now, where are the pictures? We need the pictures. Here we go. These are the pictures. Oh, sorry, you guys can't even see that, can you? There we go. That's the acoustic screen. So we need to take these, save this to a file. That's something completely different. We need to go to pictures. We need a new folder. And we need to put this under acoustic Black Widow. Widow 32, 38, 38. So we know that falls right there. Right. Too close. So there we go. Here we go. Let's see how I do one too. I'm not gonna be able to get all these pictures on there. That's another thing too. They didn't never give you enough room for more pictures. They only give you so many of them. I'll shoot that one. I'm gonna need that one. What we got here? What we got here? I'll take that one. Got to pick and choose what I can use because site's only gonna give me so much. Definitely I'll put that one there. All right, I don't need to squeeze so many on there. All right, let me go over back to here, and I need to upload from the computer. Where's the invisible? We just put it in here a few minutes ago. Let's go pictures. We got to track it down because it didn't bring it up. All right, it's a Black Widow. Oh no, it's invisible. Oh no, it's an acoustic. There it is, right there. That's the folder. And we just grab all this. And that'll load from there. All right, just wait till the pictures load. Welcome to the other side of screen paint. Enjoy. Ooh. Ooh. All right, complete. Take this right here, and we'll see how many we can load on here. No, something's wrong here. That's not my... Okay, they didn't load on there yet. Okay, let's take this off. Let's load it up to the very top. Make sure we got them all loaded in. All right, now we go back again. I was looking at the other ones, but I was like, wait a minute, we didn't load all of them are not loaded in. All right, so we'll come up to about right there. All right, goes to the page. There we go, boom. That's how fast it is. It's easy to do. And then let's see, we need to put the label. We got a label for the acoustics, right? Pretty sure we do. Let's see. Everything's done. 32 ounce. I don't know. Keep that off a cap. Cap is confusing. Just right down to, that's much better. All right, everything's here, it's done. Now we gotta get to a price. It's 100 inch, 120 inch. Wait, did I put down at the top? We put down free surface, yeah, 120 inch surface, okay. Make sure it's right, okay. For 120. Acoustics are much easier to make at the design, but then again, they are getting a free surface with it. Okay. Let's see. What's the price we're going to charge for it? It's 100 to 120 inch. All right. Let's go over to, let's see. Make sure we have this here where it says acoustics. Okay, everything's there. I need to duplicate this page. Now we're going to duplicate the page. All this is going to be changed out. So I got to come back in, expand the screen to the full size of 150 inch, and then do it again. Pick all these pictures all over again. But for right now, they have to be on there for the time being. Let's see, this is going to be from a 48. Screen size 160. No, I'm sorry, 150, because that's the biggest the surface goes to. It's 150. All right, that's good. Change this out. The only thing the difference is the size. That's it. 69. All right. Make sure I have nothing in there with a different size attached to it. Here we go. And I need to take this section right here, because we need to add this into the other, because right here, I just thought about it. Use in a well-ventilated area. We don't have that. We have used glasses and safety masks, but not ventilated area. So I need to take that and copy and paste that into the rest of the other ones, so they're all in sync, okay? Thousand lumens. Okay. All right, that's all finished. Oh, we need to do price. Okay, let me see. Do we even click? No, we didn't even click. How do we click the set down first time? 287. Okay. This one from 341. 41. All right. Everything's good. All right, we got 60 only in the cart. Shipping's free, but internet. Okay, that's good. Everything's good. Okay, we can save that one. Now we go back in and we hit the 32 ounce. This is the paint. All right, we need to change this. I think this is confusing right here. Should be, have that cap is kind of confusing. This That's much better. Okay, I need to change in here. View and info. That should be at the bottom. That shouldn't be in there. And this should be one down. And this needs to be in bold. There we go. Paint on information. Safety glasses, river mask, glasses, and matter of fact, I can take all this out and take that out and then put it back in. Use, please use. No, just take this out. I need that. I have cabin in there. Please use in a well-ventilated area with safety glasses and safety painter mask. Okay. Right. Put it here a second time. That's a 32. All right. 48. 40 is tough. No. 32, 32. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Something right here. Oh, that's not supposed to be 32. This is 48. 48. All right, this is a little confusing. What the frick is going on here? How do we have two 32s in here? We're not supposed to have two 32s in here. That's the 48. That's the Black Phantom. 48. Hold on for a minute. Okay, that's the Blackout cloth. That's the 48. The 48 is 48. Twice the size of the screen, 150 inch. All right, that's correct. What is going on here? This is 32. That's the 32. 32 is acoustic. Right there, match it up. 32, 32, 32. That's correct. Okay, what is this below this? All right. All right, okay. There we go. 48, 32, 32. All right. That's the paint. All right, cool. Okay. I was looking over like, what the freak? The when the page changes over, it's been a bit of a delay in it. So to say the same thing, I'm like, wait a minute, something right here. Okay, so make sure we got this right. 48, that's a 48. That's a 32. All right, that's a 32, that's a 48. All right, this one needs to be, make sure we have that whatchamacallit in there. That safety mask. Let's see. That's the summary. Where is the paint on application? Basic product, paint on surface, mesh to coat right there. Where is the safety? I'm not seeing it in there. Let me see. When spraying on something, try something with a brick motor, 2 coats. Okay, safety surface, cracking up, peel, positive stucco. That's the surface. Okay. Where is the paint application? Cleanup, drying. This is it right here. Okay, safety, right? Safety mask right there. Take this out. I'm gonna put the other one in because we need to have the one that says. Let's take that use out. Oh no, we can keep that in there, and we'll put in. You take that out. All right. All right. Nope. I'm back one. Okay. Please use in a well-ventilated area with safety glasses and safety painter mask. And there's 2 periods in here for some reason. We don't need that. Okay. All right. That's good then. That's sure that's good. Sure that's good. Good. Okay. And safety shipment, whatchamacallit, so we have to put in, man, it takes so long to get it done. But it has to be done. It has to be done. That's why I said, you know, some people don't want to do it because they're lazy at the end of the day. You have to do this. It has to be done. You know, all this information needs to be in there. So, let me see. Okay, everything's there. We're good on that. Get that out of the way. Really, seriously, we don't need all that. Let's go polish. Recycle the page because for some reason stuff hasn't been shown up. You gotta recycle your page. So I try to explain to people that look, we got people out there who make great string bag products. There's tons of them out there that make it. Do we care? No, we do not. Do I care how they design their web pages? No, I do not. Do I care if they put bogus stuff on there? No, I do not. But when you mention my name and you try to use me as a springboard to basically tear down my company, then you get my attention. And then once you get my attention, then we give the whole Karen crying and whining and, oh, you know, this, that, and the other. He's picking on me. No, just mind your freaking business. Don't worry about what I'm designing. Don't worry about what I'm making. Don't worry about what I'm doing because I will go through your stuff with a fine tooth comb. If I am this particular and strict on how I do things on my end, how much more I will be when I start investigating what you do for a living. You don't want my, you don't want, you know, you want to poke the bull, but the minute the bull gets out and he impales you with a horn, now you want to complain. I mean, come on now. That's what I said. I got people, guy called me up because he's saying, well, you know, so, no. You got to understand, man. I understand you're trying to make some good points here, but listen to why I say this. If you don't want my attention, then mind your own business. That's it, simple and plain. You see what I go through to design a specification sheet? So if I'm that particular on how I go through on a specification sheet, how much more I'm going to be on my own products. And if you're not matching my stuff at the end of the day, I'm going to try to compare you to me to see if you're anything like me. And if you're not, I'm going to call you out on your bull crap. And like I said, I don't care at the end of the day. I don't care if it ruffles anybody's feathers at the end of the day. I want to see that 2 gallons, 2 quarts done. And people sit there and say, well, no, it's not harassment. It's not obsession. It's none of that. At the end of the day, if you want to call me out as being a fake and a phony, guess what? I'm going to basically call you out as a fake and a phony too. And I guarantee at the end of the day, I can back up everything that I do. But I guarantee you can't. All right, then. But I don't want to hear the whole crying and whining nonsense because I can't stand people like that at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to basically throw mud and sling mud at people and somebody slings mud back at you and it hits, you said the first one complain like, oh, it is. No, I ain't got time for that. Come on now. Don't wipe your stuff out so fast. It's not even funny. And if anybody sits there and says, oh, it's not possible, hey, yes, it is. If you got in your mind, you really think a gray screen paint at the end of the day is a superior screen, what are you smoking at the end of the day? If that's the case, how come they don't cost more than gunmetals? Can't even explain that, can you? How come a gray screen doesn't cost as much as a $3,000, $5,000, or $6,000 gunmetal? Why? It's supposed to be a superior screen, right? All right then. It's an advanced version of a white screen. That's what you got. That's what you have on your wall. Pretty much, you just primed your wall for something better. That's pretty much what you did. And the guy we're talking to who went to Home Depot and basically went to Home Depot and basically did that gray paint, says, look how amazing. Why are you in the dark to begin with? Why is your screen so dark? In the dark, he couldn't turn the lights on because the screen would wash out. I told him to do the goldfish. I sent him the link. I said, here's a link. Go put the goldfish on. Let's do a live stream. He couldn't put it on because he said, no, I ain't got the time. So and so and there. Yeah, because you can't pull up an image. You see that? That's a fireplace being displayed outside in a snowstorm at 150 inches. That stuff doesn't work anymore. It used to work back in the day. Back in the day, it was fantastic. Now it's obsolete. See what I mean? You don't have pictures like this on your websites. It's an obsolete product. Where are we going to put this other one? These are the customer demonstrations. I got to put some stuff down. I think I did a gaming demonstration for that. That's y'all screens come out looking like. Then y'all can't pick up blues. You can't pick up nothing. And like I said, if this was freaking 9 years ago, ooh, man, popular. It'd been really, really, really popular because gunmetals didn't exist at that time. And since gunmetals didn't exist, this was considered to be, well, not this right here. The gray screens were considered to be the dominant screen at the time. All right, I got to put some demonstrations in here. We change this one out. This is the outside demonstrations. We got to put more of them. I got to get outside. Should have did it yesterday. We got everything else that came yesterday. I was so tired yesterday. Like, I'm going to get some sleep. I still got to paint me a floor projection screen pretty soon. This is the acoustic, invisible acoustic. So we have these. Hold on for a minute. Let me see. Nah. This is the video. We need this one right here, this one right there. Let's see, which one we did? We did one different than that one. So pre-order, this one right here. Gaming on the acoustic. There we go. Customer demonstration too. I'm gonna get that customer demonstration. All right, this is the floor. Where's the one with the acoustics? This is acoustic. Okay, and let's go and grab ourselves another one. Let me see. Nope, not in that section. We're still doing that right there. I'm still answering questions and comments on that one. All right, let's go over here. Here's customer's demonstration. All right, let's go over here and let's grab the gaming. Let's see. Put that one here. So these two are done. They still got more to go. I got to do an ultra-short demonstration there. We got to do a low limit demonstration here. That's what we got. That's going to go in these spots right here. We got the ceiling and light rejection technology, which means I have to paint the top of my ceiling with a black widow so I can do those demonstrations again. So all those demonstrations have to be repeated again for ceiling and light rejection technology. Those videos have to, all these videos are done live. That's one of the things I noticed when I was first got into screen paint. I had to research all the other companies to see how they were doing their demonstrations. And every last one of them had pictures. Very few of them had video demonstrations, but most of them had pictures. And I was like, well, picture's not going to be enough because anybody can go and docker a picture. I can go docker a picture to make it look like it's something that it's not at the end of the day. I mean, where's the videos at? Well, how come they have no videos? I mean, where's the videos on this and videos on that? And I couldn't find anything. So then I started doing the opposite. I just started uploading videos on our products, painting in screens, painting in anything we can possibly get our hands on. Because at that particular time, like I said, Goose screen being the popular screen on the market, you couldn't go out and paint a projection screen or a motorized screen, a fixed frame screen. You didn't paint any of that. You paint that stuff directly to the wall, and that was it. There was no plexiglass or no cardboard screens or styrofoam screens. We were doing all that crazy stuff, taping 1,000-watt bar lights to the wall to show the screens can produce ambient light projection even. This is before ambient light projection came out. I can show you demonstrations from Digital One. We taped bar lights to a screen to show they can basically maintain this image without washing out. We're doing all that crazy stuff. And then these jokers come along and do this stuff like it's something new. Pfft, please, we've been doing that stuff 9 years back. Yeah, I'm not showing nothing at the end of the day. Nothing at all. I don't even know what we called it back then. I think we called it high gain screens or whatever we call it. But ambient light projection didn't exist. Let me look at some of these. I never go back. People ask me to watch more videos. No, I never go back. I'm different, man. Basically, I don't watch any of my old demonstrations because I'm always about moving forward. Me watching my old demonstrations sometimes, if I go back and reminisce on my old, why do I reminisce on the old? It's the past. I move on to the next technology. That's moving backwards. So I don't go back and never look at them. Every once in a blue moon, I might pop them up because I'm in a video or something like that. But other than that, most of the time, they stay in the past. Let's see, we call it a well-lit room. Because there wouldn't be ambient light rejection because it didn't exist. So painting on cardboard, all that stuff, are you kidding me? That stuff that you see, I hate to mention the names in my demonstrations, but I'm gonna say it. Partey and so they're doing that. We been did that stuff, right? It's nothing new. Painting on cardboard, we were doing that stuff a long time ago. Look at the timestamp on that. That's 9 years ago. All that stuff that they're doing is already done. Yeah, all that stuff is done. Everything you're watching over there was done 9 years ago. It was already done. 9 years. Look at that. 8 years. Those gray screen paint products, they were made already many years ago. A long time ago. That's why you're looking at those products he has over there. Boom, there it is right there. Had it already, designed it already. I told you, the stuff that y'all have already, we've made this stuff already before. Everything you have that involves gray screen paint products, I don't care from any kind, any form, was made and developed at that particular time. That's when it was popular. Nothing new. Tested old projectors. There's another demonstration me painting on the screen right there. All that stuff was done already. Y'all think all that stuff is something new at the end of the day? That's why some of you naysayers come in and talking about, oh, this, yeah, no. Good gracious, man. You couldn't be any more wrong than you could ever be in your entire life. You know the difference between now and then? Better projectors. That's the difference. So what you're watching is an old product screen paint introduced to a more advanced projector. Where on our technology, we have the high-end advanced technology being introduced to old projectors. See the difference in that? Yeah, it's nothing new. That stuff is old. Everybody was making this stuff back in the day. Nothing new. That's why I say the same thing. They do the same thing, the same washouts. Look at this. 8 years ago, painting on vinyl screens. Did that 8 years ago. Nothing new. And y'all get all excited. I'm saying you naysayers get all excited over something like these demonstrations. We've done these years ago. We're just watching old demonstrations being reproduced all over again. This time just on a more advanced projector, that's all. That was done on vinyl. Same PVC surface that you have for your fixed frame and motorized screens. Yeah, we did that already. Been there and done that. Nothing new. Nothing new at all. Nothing new at all. Painted on cardboard. The 2.0 invisible technology. Look at the date on that invisible technology. 8 years ago. 8 years ago, we had invisible technology. The kits, we had those, all that stuff. Come on, y'all. Y'all behind. Y'all way behind. 9 years ago. Look at the timestamps on that. 9 years ago. This stuff was done many years ago, man. Look at this. 8 years ago. This was my setup 8 years ago in the room I was running. Naysayers are looking at this and like, I've never seen this before. Of course you've never seen this before because you didn't even know I even existed. But I did. This shows a transformation where I changed the screen. It's one of the rooms I was renting. And I transformed it from this, bit by bit, to it. This is a canvas screen. Painted on canvas, been there and done it already. See that tiny little small room? That's where Mr. Bird worked at for 4 years of his life, building his company. I know sacrifice. I know what it's like to be stuck in a little small confined area with paint, breathing paint, eating paint, in paint all day long. That's the transformation I did for the room. I think I was doing that for the PS4. Yeah, the blue lights I was doing for the PS4 when it came out. Made so many combinations of gray screen paint products, it's not even funny. I have made them on so many levels. Nothing new. That's why I look at it as nothing new. That's why we can duplicate and make our stuff so fast. We've done it already. There's only so many combinations you can add to a gray and white mix. And right here, 7 years ago, invisible technology again. 9 years ago, digitalcrystalscreenpaint.com. Nothing new. Oh, that's when I did the 180 inch, and I decided let's go do 200 and did the whole maxed up the whole thing. 1 hour or less. See where it says 1 hour or less? When you did a goose screen, it took hours. I mean, hours and days for the screen to dry. This was the big popularity thing. If you could get a screen to basically be able to paint and dry in 1 hour or less, it was popular then. Invisible clear front and rear technology. Had it already. Remember I told you about the UV glow paint that we made a long time ago for a nightclub? There it is right there. Yeah, so when I was messing with the paint, showing you how to make all the UV paints downstairs, I told you that we made this paint for nightclubs. So the screen would glow when it had the lights going off. Didn't go too well, trust me, it was a bad idea. But anyway, yeah, there it is right there. We actually had this over in Dubai. So when you guys were sitting there making the same black and white mixtures, and you didn't even know it exists, I was developing this kind of crazy stuff in the day. 2.4 gain, bright and sharp. what's up. Front and rear invisible technology right there, 8 years ago. White gold. White gold elite edition was a screen that was near white. Cinemax. That's how we know this stuff already. You guys are basically, at the end of the day, just repeating my work. That's all you're doing. So again, when you naysayers come in here and you start running your mouth about this, that, and the other, what you have on your wall is my work from 8 and 9 years ago. That's what you got. There it is. That's why there's no difference, man. That's why we can, that's why, again, that's why we make your stuff, so we can make your stuff so fast, so quick, because we were making this stuff already. Does gray screen paints look familiar? And when you say, oh, but it looks different, looks sharper, yeah, because they're using it on a much more advanced projector, which we'll show you when we get the P2 comes over here, we finish out the room, do the same thing. Duplicate the exact same demonstration. And you'll see when you watch, you're like, oh, shoot, okay. But then again, if you haven't figured out by then, just forget it. I ain't going to bother entertaining you with that. I'm going to show you at the end of the day, yeah, but I'm not going to basically entertain you by basically mentioning it because you should know it already. But yeah, that same gray and screen paint products, at bottom line, yeah, it's right there. Does the exact same thing. That's the light version right there. So how do you explain that the very screen paint you have sitting on your wall, you're watching in demonstrations of 8, 9, 7 years ago? Only difference is we had the same projectors. I'm going to make the same digital and crystal screen paint. I'm going to put it on a P2 and show you. Watch. It's a projector. Back then, P2s didn't even exist. Now, for those who are going to say, but you're zooming up on the screen. That's 7 years. That was acceptable back then. Now, today, no, you should literally be to sit 14, 15 feet from a screen and see the difference from the screen. You know, everybody had gray screen paint products then. Everybody. Oh, my pass. Oh, wow. Sky blue, 3.7. This was really old. This wasn't even actually blue. This was actually kind of a light blue, but it wasn't actually blue. When you want to look at that, no contrast. There's no contrast in there at all, period. But mind you, at that particular time, I really believed that I was seeing a contrast level. Ooh. There are no black levels in there at all, period. Not one. Not one. Now look at it now. I see like good gracious. I already thought that was black. But at that particular time, but he thought I was seeing black. Here's a drawing demonstration. Well, what people saw then at that particular time, like I said, contrast wasn't really a big thing. The big thing was being able to use a screen in a fully lit environment. That was the big thing. Because all the demonstrations on YouTube at that particular time, every last one of them were done in the dark. And we started doing demonstrations in fully lit environments. So if you can show a demonstration of a screen taken in that light right there, which now we don't consider to be any ambient light. Now, technology we have now, we can throw screens on ceilings and outside. But this stuff right here, if I took this outside, it wouldn't have worked at all, period. Reacts the same way. But if you had any light that could fire off on the screen, like that, oh yeah, your product's sold. Sky blue coming soon. Now look at the technology we developed now. Compared to having screens with just one little light in the environment, that's why I said, with the stuff I see in these great, go back where Jamie and, or say more, Jamie's been back farther than Partey. Go back, way back when Jamie first started. Nothing has changed in his product at all. Only thing has changed was his projectors. His product still does the exact same thing it's been doing way back. Now I showed you in our demonstrations, we go back, we had that one little light, small little screens, and then we evolved into this. This is the technology we were developing. That can produce light on both sides of the screens at the same time with overhead without the screen washing out or fading. Look at the color of the technology, it's black. Nothing has changed. The thing with change with us is back then we could never take that digital and crystal screen print and stick it in that environment with all that light. That screen would have washed out. Easily would have washed out. It had never been to maintain like that. That screen's pulling 100% contrast. Only difference is the black windows are darker now and produce higher white levels. And this is compared to where we came from. Now you see how washed out that image looks right there? But at that particular time, if you had an image that could produce that and you can still see somewhat of the image, it was considered to be acceptable. Now, no, it's not. A screen should be to maintain the image in a fully lit environment without washing out. Those are gray screen paint products we're using in the demonstration. So those containers sitting behind you right there, all those containers, yeah, that's all tests for gray screen paint products. When I told you we have made this product on every level you could possibly think of, there's nothing new. There's nothing new in gray screen paint products. See all those little containers are all test containers of every level you can think of for making gray screen paint products. Nothing new. Man, can you imagine this is how good God has been to us. Look how small that room is. I had my workshop and I was sleeping, eating, working in that same little tiny room for 4 years. And you guys don't understand sacrifice at the end of the day. That's sacrifice. Every day in that little room for 4 years. I slept on the floor at one point. I slept on the floor for the good 3 years remaining of that because I didn't have enough room in there for a bed and work at the same time. So I had to get rid of my bed in order to have the room to make screens. In that little tiny room, that's where I basically built my dream. So excuse me if Mr. Bird basically crushes anyone that comes in this path. At the end of the day, that I become the aggressor due to the fact that I had to work and sacrifice to get to where I'm at right now. So that's why at the end of the day, when I say, when you people come on my channel talking about, oh, get off. I don't have time for it. You don't even know where I came from, what I'm about, or the sacrifices I had to make. 4 years. Think about that. In that little tiny compressed room. Sleeping on the floor because I had to remove my bed so I could put a paint rack in there to test paints out. Yeah, you don't know sacrifice. That's why I have a right to basically, and look at this, doing this on a QME projector that I forgot we had a QME. Whatever happened to the QME? Yeah, little portable QME projector doing that demonstration. The product must be doing anything. You're in the same spot for 4 years. Something ain't going. You ain't doing the right thing. I was in there for 4 years in that room. When it was time for me to be, when I designed that black technology, that's when I left. That's when I left. But when I was developing that great screen paint product, it was good. It made good money, but it had its limitations. People want to see better technology. Technology can produce in better light. And then when the diamonds came out, I was living down there when the diamonds came out. I had to make a decision in that room at that particular time Where was I going to go with my technology? Was I going to stay with the gray, or was I going to venture off into this new darker technology I've never even seen before? And when I started venturing into the dark technology, that's when my money started increasing. That's when my accounts were increasing. And that's how I was able to move from house to house to house. Of course, all my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that blessed us with the knowledge to do so. But you see how faded that image is? When I go back and look at these, I mean, I don't criticize them because at that particular time, this was considered to be good. Now today, no, it's not. And if you're watching demonstrations that are looking like that from 7 to 8 years ago, there's something wrong there. Man, it takes you back. At that particular time, I thought that was good. It was good for its timeline, but not now. Not now. It's unacceptable. No, the screen's supposed to look like a TV. Now, this is what we are. Think about it. I went from that little room with those great paint products, and now we have technology that we can produce images outside at 180 inches with no problem. Big change, ain't it? That's why I told you, if you go back and check his demonstrations, nothing changes. They're all the same, every last one of them. It's spray screen paint, what can you expect? You can only go but so far with it. There's no anywhere you can be outside watching Star Wars at 180 inches outside. Mind you, I gotta get to watching the rest of this movie. I told you, I have a poor, not toward work. My attention span to work is excellent. I'm basically zoning into something, I'm locked in. But basically for my own self, man, I'll be sitting there watching, like, oh, I'm gonna design this and walk away and then come back like, did I finish watching this whole movie or not? All right, that's basically about it. We did the specification sheet. Everything's loaded onto the website. That's all good and done. I loaded some new pictures on there. Got to do a few videos. Got a chance to go back and reminisce on some of the old demonstrations versus the new demonstrations. Man, I'm telling you, I freaking love what I do for a living. It looks freaking crazy. I got to build me another one of these. I miss my 180-inch screen. That screen was huge. I think I'm just going to do the whole, underneath the whole deck. No, I'm just going to do the wraparound. I'm going to wrap around acoustic this year. That's what we're doing this year. Wrap around acoustic. Wrap around acoustic. See if we can get the zoom to go back in. It ain't going to go back in. I'm probably fighting on this one. Go back in. Go back in. Nope. Nope. It's stuck there. It's never going back. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm out of here. I got to start painting the other room real quick so we can get that finished. At least I can get that knocked and done out of the way. Then wait, is the rest of my stuff coming today? If the rest of my stuff comes today, we're going to do the paint on demonstrations for the 2 walls. Bam, bam, bam. And knock out the gamer screen downstairs, which needs to be done because I need to be back on my gamer screen. I miss my lights. I miss my light up screen. And I haven't been in the basement in a while, so I'm kind of tired of being upstairs. So we're going to transfer downstairs. Let me see. I wish we can get this thing too, because I'm not coming back here for a while. I don't know. This comes from basically leaving my phone down and painting over. I painted my phone a few times. Nothing new. Oh, we got text messages coming in. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go take care of business. Y'all have a good one. Be back on later on today because I gotta do some stuff real quick. Gotta go and